Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On first down, Tagovailoa. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And they're strong. Let's continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Steps away to his left. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Dolphins on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run the draw with Mostert. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28. Tua sets up to pass it. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. Touchdown! Devon Achane. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. So down a couple scores, only 1 timeout left. You figure they have to get this one. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The 20, 10, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. David Montgomery, 48 yards. And the Lions have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. So that drive there, CD, a good response, and that might be the one that gets them to the finish line, a comfortable lead.
Yeah, and that's all about not letting the team back into a game because they just gave up a touchdown. It was back to a 2-score game, and anything can happen in that situation. But instead, they came through with a really terrific drive right there that ended in 6. So you like to slam the door on teams. In this case, they're trying to lock it as well.
Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And the Dolphins are going to recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
First down on the 14-yard pickup. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. They'll run for it with Achane. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane taking it in from the 20, and the Dolphins get a bit closer. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So down a couple scores, only 1 timeout left. You figure they have to get this one. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
A run here with nowhere to go. Here he lost the football, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. There he goes, right side. Down the sideline he goes. And hold everything here. This one is not over yet. They return it for the touchdown.
They continue to fight, don't they?
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only 1 timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. They'll run. Reynolds. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
There he goes, left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Goff. Right side to Williams. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe. And now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. Goff going to throw it. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Goff. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. So here comes a very important kick now for Michael Badgley. This to perhaps salt this one away. Badgley's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And the Dolphins are going to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Brian Branch with it. Down the right sideline, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and now he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions Dolphins come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this.